What's going on, everyone's? We are back in this thing. What we back with, baby?
Another episode of Is My Point Valid?
Yes, we are in here. We are in this thing. And Is My Point Valid is a show where we discuss topics in and around our community and give our points of view to see if our topics are relevant or not, or if our points are valid. So, today, what you know good, baby? You ain't had no good.
Okay, I have another shout out because happy anniversary, happy 7th anniversary to my brother and sister in law, Derek and Sonia.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah.
They've been together 7 years.
7 years.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
I got some what you know good.
What you know good.
I survived the whole year of COVID to be taken out by pollen. This pollen out here is vicious. I've never had any issues with my allergies or anything like that, sinuses or any kind of issues before in my life.
You know I do.
But 2021,
it got Brandon in it. It doesn't have me.
Lord have mercy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's been jacking up my voice.
Yeah, it's messing with it right now. You
can
hear it.
Yeah, my nose been feeling all kind of stopped up and all that. But anyway, we are back with another episode of Is My Point Valid? And the topic for today is going to be
discipline.
Huh? What kind of discipline are we talking about here?
I think we're going towards disciplining children, how we were disciplined, how we are disciplining, what other people might be doing, what other people might not be doing. Why is it important to discipline? Is it important? Do you feel it's not important? No, it's a lot. It's a lot of things that fall underneath there.
So I mean, the only thing to do is to get started.
All right, where we're starting at?
Let's get started with this here.
What?
How do you describe discipline?
Oh man, you know what? Before I had meant to look up the definition.
You still can. You got a phone right there.
But I wanted it to just be up here and then go. You start. What is your definition of discipline?
My definition of discipline is all right in a parent and child setting. Mm-hmm. My definition of discipline would be taking my experiences as a parent, mm-hmm. or my experiences in life, and shortcutting my children.
Shortcuts. Okay, you want to hear the real one?
What's the real definition?
What's the dictionary, because everybody can have their own
definition.
Guy
Webster has his own way of thinking of things. So let's see what he has to say.
So the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience.
Does it have to be punishment? Or can it be redirecting?
That's the question, right? That is the question.
So I guess my definition of discipline would be a valid.
Yeah, it makes sense, except minus the punishment part. But yeah, I think discipline is you are taking what you went through, like you said, what you went through, experiences, mm-hmm. and guiding your children in a way of a better way, right? Well, yeah, in a better way than maybe what you have experienced. So yeah, that's the definition of discipline.
Well,
so do you want to get into the next question? You want me to ask you the next question?
I guess.
How are you disciplined?
All right.
So, that's why.
So peep this.
Oh, jeez.
I come from a military background. So discipline was something that it came hard, mm-hmm. and it was there. I dealt with discipline a lot. From physically being disciplined, mm-hmm. to mentally being disciplined, mm-hmm. to emotionally being disciplined. Mm-hmm. My daddy was a beast when it came to discipline, and I'm gonna tell you like this: back then, I used to think my daddy liked disciplining us, mm-hmm. as a child, but now I realize that he was just trying to prepare. me being a black man, I see that he was just trying to prepare me for life. But back then I saw it as this dude is enjoying what he's doing. But in all actuality, I was enjoying doing stupid stuff. So I did a lot of stupid stuff. So I got disciplined a lot in my day.
But could it have been another way?
Oh, sure. I mean, and that's where I asked the question: does physical discipline have to be what it is, or is there a way of redirecting?
Right.
And I think for us, I think the redirecting is the approach that we find most effective.
Yes.
Because we tried the old school way, but it
explain what the old school way is. What is the old school way? Because
putting your hands on children.
Oh, good whooping.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be politically correct. I don't want to be
a whooping.
Yeah, whooping your children.
Whooping.
So
not
beating. We tried that.
Yeah, we did.
But it seemed like that wasn't effective. So it's like we got to figure out another way. Right. And I don't think our parents were on that note. It was like, this is what it is.
So that's what I was going to ask. Do you feel that it helped you in life? You saying, then I'll get to mine. Do you feel that the type of discipline that was displayed in your home, did it help you in life? Is it helping you right now?
I mean, I remember it.
You remember it, but for you, they're not very good memories.
No, they're not.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
like I say, I used to think he liked it.
Right. As a child, you do wonder, like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
But then you also have to think, because we're saying about discipline and how our parents or some parents did, because think about their parents and before how the struggle,
and then even going into the slavery part
that's what
of
I was gonna
because they was getting their ass whooped a long time ago.
Whatever you know, you
experiences,
it trickles down. Now for me, how I was disciplined, really, I remember one vivid whooping that I got. That's it. I don't remember anything else. I remember my mama really being the disciplinarian with me and my sister. Now with us, she just really talked to us. It was just really like reinforcement. And then once again, if you get back to how I did never want to be in trouble. I didn't ever want to be seen as, oh, you're doing something wrong. Right. So I would always try to do the right thing. But of course, it was those moments where, something as small as I go to school, my mama comb my hair and I go to school and I'm twisting my hair and come back and it's twisted. It's not twisted the way she did it, though I remember that, but I don't remember anything just like out of order. I just remember her talking to us and her tone, even today, her tone of her voice changes. And it's like, okay, I need to come right.
I think that's something that's active in all mothers. I think that tone that they give you. I mean, cause my mother, she would, I wouldn't say strict, but we knew what time it was when that voice changed. But my daddy was the physical kind of guy. So I've been disciplined from military tactics like push-ups, all kind of exercises and stuff like that, and then I've been whooped. And it seemed like, I mean, and the whooping part, boy, my daddy was a beast with it. He was cold-blooded, but we ain't get into that. But yeah, I've experienced a wide range of discipline. And I'm not sure that it helped me in life. I did find myself when I had with Isabel and Ava, I did find myself acting like him. So I had to kind of redirect how I was going about things.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, it's like you felt like the man was actually enjoying this. So how you think your children will feel if you constantly whooping their behinds?
Right. And
so
like with my daddy, I don't remember I don't ever remember him
whooping your behind.
Whooping me. I don't
like, do you think it's best for mothers to handle daughters and fathers to handle sons?
I don't know.
Or just get it how you live.
Get it how you live. I think because I feel he disciplined my brothers, but then when it came to me and my sister, it was just like.
Because I think my daddy was the same way. I don't really remember him going in on my sisters. It was always like a talk type thing, but.
And my daddy didn't really talk to us either. Like
he just gave it to your mother,
and it was like.
Or she just took the helm.
Like this one time, like right
at band camp.
Here you go. I had skipped it school.
I skipped it
school.
Lord.
And the whole situation interfered with me. It was my senior year, but the whole situation interfered with me going to competition, and I missed a couple of things or whatever, and I had to have a talk and all that. But when my mama found out, she was, disappointment. And then she's like, I got to tell your daddy. And she told him, but he didn't it was like, okay.
Now, what that reaction would have been if she would have came and said something about your brothers?
I think that would have been a different, then you have to think it's a different time. It would have been a different reaction.
Yeah.
It would definitely, but I just remember him. I remember her telling him, and he was just it was like I'm not gonna say that he did not care,
but it was like, well, handle that then. Do your thing.
But it was no repercussions. But I had I had repercussions at school because of what I had done, but there was nothing like that at home. There was nothing there. So I don't know if there should just be the man or the dad should just discipline
it from one side.
I think as a whole, you should discipline, because I knew I was never going to cross him or anything like that. But I knew then my mama too, she's the disciplinarian, right? Like for us. But I knew that she was going to kind of protect us. Does that make sense? Like
from his wrath?
He wasn't doing it. He wasn't like, but I think like she was going to handle it before it got to him. Like, does that make sense?
I got you.
Like, and I think that was like, what's the cushion? Like a little bit of like cushion. But if he hears about it, it might be months later or something like that, or maybe a week later, where you weren't gonna get all the way in trouble. Yeah. So that's how I can explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Well, yeah. What's next?
What is next? How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel it helped you? We already asked how it.
Yeah, I think it influenced me not to do what was done to me. That's how it helped me. It helped me to realize that there's not just one way of going about discipline.
Right.
You have to first know your children.
Yes. Have conversations with each of your children. Know them. Know that they're not the same. Know that their wants are different. That you might see your child messing up or keep doing the same thing.
Sit them down and talk to them.
At a moment, you have to stop and be like, okay, this whooping.
I have to be doing something.
This whooping thing is not working. Let me have a conversation.
Switch it up.
Let me talk. Let me see. Let me get to it. And I think our parents, like in that generation of parents, it was a sense of, I am the parent,
the authority.
This is what we gonna do. This is what it's gonna be. And our generation is, like you're saying, we went through that, and we're saying, hold on, no, I know how I felt when this was going on.
Exactly. Perspective.
Right. I know how that felt. I know how it made me feel. So what I'm not about to do is all the time
repeat those generational.
Is it a generation?
It gotta be, because I mean, if it's anything that's repeated over generations, it's gotta be a curse. I mean, if it impacts negatively upon people, that's got to be a curse. Yeah. So yeah.
So a generational curse. We break them. Generational cycles. You break those cycles. You come in and you do something different. You show, like I said, the conversation, you just be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Now, am I saying that some children don't need some? I believe they need a good
every now and again,
because I think sometimes you get
beside yourself,
because I think sometimes, you know what? I just had a moment, because then I'm thinking, like, me as an adult, if I want somebody to converse with me and say what I'm doing wrong.
Converse, it ain't conversate.
Converse with me, and then I not feeling, and then but if I keep getting out of line again, somebody gonna come beat me up. So then let me think about you get what I just said.
Exactly.
So, man, and I said every now and again they need a whooping. Nah, that's that, because how would I feel? Whoa, that was a moment, huh? How would I feel if somebody just came in and said, "Oh, you doing what you did last month? It's time to
doing what I want you to do."
Man,
perspective. Yeah, it just seems a little different when it's two adults and not an adult and child.
And then you have to look at they're just little human beings.
They don't understand what you're talking about.
Their brains are not processing. Their brains are in the process of learning. We're supposed to be teaching them between right
and I'm gonna tell you what discipline ain't. Shut up, sit down. I hate you. You look just like your daddy. I'm gonna beat your.
Lakeithia said
that's not discipline.
She was laughing at conversate because it's converse.
Say.
Y'all best
now I'm gonna tell you. Hey, on another note, listen to how many people say conversate
when they having a conversation.
I'm telling you, man, it's something that happens all the time. Everybody conversating. Yeah, but anyway,
because if you ever hear us say it, we
playing. Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah, I know the word is converse. But today we conversating. But anyway,
so how has being disciplined coming up influenced how you discipline your children?
I told you said it influenced me not to do what was done to me because I didn't like it one bit, and I felt like they was enjoying it. So I feel like my kids would be looking upside my head like, "Daddy gonna whoop me. Nigga, you gonna whoop me."
Wasn't that kind of like scary? If like you go to school, right, and you did something, and then you got to come home and be prepared
Did you ever? I don't know if it's just me, but anytime I did something and I came home and I knew I had to come home and I was gonna get a whooping when I came home, I'm always sleepy. I always get sleepy. I'm like,
I'm tired.
Say, I go home and I be the tiredest I ever been in my life. I get in the bed, he wake me right on up. Come here. Yeah, I don't know if that's just me, but I always get tired when I got in trouble.
Lakeithia said, discipline is solution driven and critical thinking skills.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, and being afraid of your parents and fearing your parents are different.
That does not help you in life. No more than the school system help you in life. Goodness gracious.
Fearing, yeah.
I'm telling you, I used to want to beat my daddy ass.
Golly.
For whooping me. I remember vividly wanting to beat his ass for whooping my brother. Because I used to, man, I'm telling you, my brother Jamin, I love that nigga to death. I used to kiss him on his face. I love the nigga. That's my heart. That's my boy. But anyway, I used to want to whoop my daddy ass for putting his hands on my brother. And he older than me too, so that's even funnier. But anyway, I don't want my kids to want to whoop my ass.
But do you think, even though in some moments though they will want to, not even just by
Absolutely.
you? Yeah.
Because I be looking at them how they be looking at me. Go ahead and try it. Go ahead and try it. I be looking at them, looking at me, had it all upside my head.
I be looking at their tone. So you talk about tone, and I was telling you today about a tweet I had saw about a little girl. Her mom was saying how she was being rude, and she was like, I noticed my 6-year-old was being a little curt with me. So she asked her what was up, and she looked at her, and then what's wrong with you, basically. And she asked her, why are you being unkind? And so then the little girl said, I don't know, and started crying. And she told her it's okay. Sometimes mommy just doesn't feel too happy either. So I'm taking that and I'm quoting that because I know there are moments where I don't express myself the way I need to express myself.
Do you always, as an adult, do you always know how to express yourself?
Right. So, and she's saying her daughter is 6. We have a 6 and a 7-year-old, and we are looking at them, and they're, sometimes it is, just a quick example and get back into that. Isabel, when something frustrates her, it's not even quick, it's and it's just like frustration. And she's doing that because she cannot articulate the words that she wants to say to which I think she could
if she really
put her mind to it. But in that moment, as a child,
the quickest thing to do is to
and cry, because that emotion is right there. The first thing is okay, and I think a lot of adults are like that as well. If you have not been in a position to have a conversation and say, well, I feel like this, or you made me feel like this, because you think about it, we're growing up, we're saying our parents were the parents. There was no conversation of you made me feel like, because it was if it was a thing of I made you feel like, okay, I'm gonna make you feel like something, those threats of,
there was no conversating going on.
It was those many threats of, you want to cry,
I bring in this word, I take it out,
or you want to cry, I'll give you something to cry about in those moments. And that's why, not that's put you, but sometimes you would say that to the girls, and I would be like, let them feel it, like let them have that moment. And you would say, no, don't cry. No, because when I feel like if you tell a child not to cry, they'll grow up thinking, okay, I don't gotta show I don't have to cry. And so I'm like, no, let her cry. If she got to go be by herself and let those emotions out, and she's going to come right back and daddy, I love you. Like, and we've witnessed that. Right. And so we have to just have conversations. I keep going back to the conversations. We have to talk. We have to make sure that these children understand, because talking, you might not have your tone change. Let them know when you're serious. Let them know when you're really feeling like empathy for them. Right. But let them know, because they are people. And I think we forget that, because we brought you into this world. I'll take you out. God dog, you gonna kill me? Like,
because I don't understand.
In those moments, and it's like, discipline is not
parenting. Is this?
What
you gotta find a balance between being a parent and a friend, authority and a peer. You gotta find some kind of balance in between the two, in order to be able to have your children feel comfortable enough to conversate with you.
You have to be You have to be their feel good
their
space.
comfort zone.
You have to be their feel good space, because then this goes back to, children out doing the wrong things, doing this. They don't trust you because you put it out there. I am the authority, right?
Yeah. What I say goes.
What I say goes. And we have to check ourselves. Now, do you think could be a lack of discipline though?
Absolutely. You ever seen little John in the store tell my mama, F you?
You be wanting to snatch the kid up yourself. Like,
I'm going to whoop your child.
Whoa.
And my thing is this. If I can't discipline your child, you need to keep him around me. You need to keep him by you at all times.
Let's speak on that. Because here's how I feel. Some
parents don't feel like little John. If little John ain't did nothing, he a good child.
Here's how I feel about disciplining. Because
other people's children?
No, I'm shoot.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say anything to other people's children
because
I don't know what they're gonna say to me.
So I let it be known before you get into that. I let it be known. Keep your kids from around me.
That part.
If you don't want me to say nothing to them, because I'm gonna say something to them.
Because here's how I feel. If I and also it has to be a trust thing. But if I know you and you know my children and you see that they're doing something wrong, and you discipline them, I ain't about to say nothing, because most likely I'm watching the situation.
Exactly.
So,
and if it gets out of hand,
I mean, I'm gonna speak up. But if you go ahead.
If you justified, then by all means, because I'm telling you.
And that's where that village comes in too, because you have so many people saying, no, you cannot discipline my child. You can't say anything to my child. Well, who can? Because
get his ass from by me.
If I cannot, what are you saying? Because what are you saying? What are you doing?
Huh?
But I just feel like if my children aren't doing something, but what you're not about to yell at them or nothing like that, you're not going to be out of line. But if you say to them, you think that was a good idea? Or, converse.
Oh, and another thing.
Choice words.
If you ain't disciplining your kids, don't try to discipline
mine.
Straight up. Keep your words to yourself, because you ain't told little Pete nothing. Pete over there Pete doing his own thing. Pete ain't heard you nan time. And we know somebody like that. I ain't gonna say the name, but they be yelling his name all the time. Pete be like, la 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 la.
Pete, you hear me call?
Yeah, Pete hear you, but Pete ain't paying you no attention. Pete finna go over there and do what Pete want to do, because Pete running things.
Pete just want to play.
I'm trying to tell you, y'all trying to discipline him in front of people. Y'all ain't got no kind of structure at the house. You trying to discipline him. Message.
Let's get into that.
It needs to be disciplined in all aspects of life, because
disciplining in front of people.
I'm trying to tell you, just because your kids are good in front of you.
Is that a good idea?
Disciplining your kids in front of people.
Because dang, I don't know if I could tell this story.
I used to get handled in church. I used to get handled in front of Mama Jean, in front of whoever. So it did make me feel some type of way.
That's what I'm saying, because
I definitely feel some type of way.
It's not my story to tell, so I ain't gonna touch it. But
yeah, I did feel some type of way.
But I do remember.
You ever had your ear pulled in front of somebody?
No, because look. Okay, I can tell this.
My mama had a nasty pinch she used to do with the twist.
Really?
Oh my God, she was cold-blooded with that pinch. Man, hold up. Miss Lisa Renee.
You couldn't get it out.
Miss Lisa Renee was cold with that pinch twist.
You couldn't get it out. Yeah. But no, I don't. I think you can discipline in front of, but it's how you doing it. Do it. If you're doing it and it's embarrassed, like
have you ever seen a parent, one of them ghetto behind parents, calling they children all kind of
I have, and that's embarrassing for me, and it's not
calling them everything but a child of God. Oh my God, they be calling them everything.
Like it's not I know it because I saw it firsthand, I saw it firsthand, and it didn't make me feel good. And then it's like then it makes me think, like, as a father and a son, is it a ego thing? Is it a like the discipline, like, what are you trying to prove to your son? Yeah, like what are you trying to prove to people about your son?
It's authority. I'm the man. I'm the daddy.
We know you the daddy.
Everybody else know too.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just an ego thing.
That's what I that just asked. Is it an ego thing? And then you have that child grow up and be so doggone upset and just like you and remember everything. You did this to me. Explain to me why. And then you have parents who I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. You did it.
You don't remember?
You don't remember? And it's like, why did you block that out? That disciplining out, but not, it's crazy. So I don't think that I think there's a way that you can do it in front of people. I'll just call the girls' names and with my tone, Ava, I
don't even gotta do that. I just look.
But I need them to hear me, and Ava or Isabel.
I give them the devil
but
stare.
I'm not about to call them out in front of people and make it embarrassing because I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
There may be a time where they try to feel themselves a little bit too much and you have to reel them in. Yeah. But we're gonna try to avoid those moments.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like I never understood that. Like, is it an ego thing? Like, why do you feel like it's okay? We know you the daddy, we know that's the son, but do you really think that your child would just? I know some people, but do you really think that your child would just absolutely want to try and be disrespectful on purpose?
No, your child don't even understand. And then half the time they be watching how you be acting. They watching you. They act just like you act. And I'm gonna say this like I said it before. The things we hate most about our children are the things they directly learn from us.
Yeah.
So be mad at yourself.
Be mad at yourself. We need to fix ourselves before we try and because
I'm starting with the man.
Because these babies just be wanting to be loved and hugged and listened to, and then we discipline.
Shut up!
You can't do this.
Sit down.
Don't say nothing.
Lay down.
What can they?
You giving them dog commands? They don't know what to do.
Like what can they say? How?
Roll over.
Whoa. What was the question? Where were we at?
We right here.
I know we're right here. Where are we at?
Check this out. Today's show is gonna be sponsored by Hemp de la Creme Infused Honey. Check this out. We got our honey going on. You can catch us on our group on Facebook, I believe it is Hemp de la Creme Infused Honey on Facebook. We have a range of honeys where they have a bunch of different benefits. So
there's a range of honeys and a range of
benefits
and a range of ingredients that are put into the honey. We have like manuka and some CBD.
Yes.
What else?
Have some cinnamon that's gonna help with that weight loss. It's gonna help get you down on in the FUPA area. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. And we back. Next question.
Where else can they get the Hemp de la Creme?
Oh, MrHempDeLaCreme.com. Yes. Y'all can check us out there as well.
Yeah, we do honey sticks too. Brandon just
on the go.
Be all over. He trying to get back into the conversation. So yeah, if you like honey, if you like infused honey, check us out at MrHempDeLaCreme.com. Now back to you.
Back to the conversation. All right. So our next question on discipline is going to be: should boys and girls be disciplined differently? And I think we touched on that a little bit. Well, you touched on that. Well, I think we both touched on it because we both have brothers, and I mean, we both.
Yeah, but we were saying our parents. I think our parents touched on that differently. But us, how do we feel? We don't have boys.
No, we don't. But I know for a fact. I would treat my boy different than I do Isabel and Ava. I would be a whole lot harder on him because it's like I said before, I believe my daddy, and I want to believe my daddy was hard on us because it's like you're a black man coming up in America.
Does that mean you have to be hard on a person?
I mean, you have to be a certain kind of stiff to prepare them for the stiffness of the world.
You have to be soft, but isn't there a way to love your child without being hard?
Yes, it's love hard. You got to put them together.
No,
when you can't figure it out, you put them together.
Is there another way for a man to discipline his child without saying you have to be hard? We have too many hard. Think about what I had said earlier. There's so much hardness that you grow up. I can't feel.
Hold on. In 2021, is too much hardness? I think not.
Well, I don't know.
I think not. And we need some more hardness. Then we wouldn't be having our children crying all the time, talking about I got bullied, and we wouldn't have children going into school shooting up everybody. We need hard. Soft is what got us here today.
Is soft what got us here today?
I believe so. Yes, I do believe so. If we had some harder children, we would catch a fade and be on to the next one. But now we get mad at one person and when we want to shoot up 50 people.
So that wouldn't happen in the 90s.
It started in the 90s. But it happened. Say, in 1 week, we had 2 or 3 incidents. It's 2021. We got a lot of soft people out there crying.
I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about you have
the discipline.
To be the discipline. You have to be hard. But in that hard, let me ask you this question.
Rephrase the question. Like a attorney.
No, I'm not about to rephrase the question. I'm about to ask you a personal question.
Go ahead.
In your daddy's hardness, was there ever a moment where he was just like soft?
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was there more of?
Hard. My mama was a soft one. I could expect softness from my mama. I didn't expect softness from my daddy, even though I did get it at times.
So that's my question. It shouldn't just be at times. There needs to be hardness, but in that
you need to find a fine line between the two.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't not put pressure. I think you put pressure.
You need to put
put pressure, but where was that line of what because you just said it was more hardness than anything. And so I can look at you and see there's still that hardness, like it's still this shell, because even as you disciplining Ava and Isabel, you said you had to catch yourself because you were acting like him.
Yes.
You still have to catch yourself.
Absolutely.
Because of those instances of whatever went in your childhood, discipline. So, and I feel like at times, like they're girls. This is how I feel.
They're girls.
And I said that to you the other day, right?
Yeah.
She's a girl.
They're girls.
You have to be kinder.
They're girly girls.
And then my brain goes, you need to be kinder to them because I don't want no man speaking to them. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want them to think like, oh, well, daddy fussed at me this way. Like, that's how my brain be equating stuff.
I feel.
So that's why I be like, be kinder, be softer. Now, if I need to be aggressive, let me
So it's a double standard there, huh?
No, because I need to be softer as well. They need to know that there does need to be, the tone change, the this and that, but it's you gotta that line, like you said, that line, and they need to know not to cross it.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know when to cross it, or it's
don't ever cross it.
Don't ever cross. Don't ever cross the line. So
ever.
So, but I say, but then it should not be that they discipline different, because boys need love too. And so
That's
that
real.
goes back to the fathers disciplining their sons because they want them to be, you know, tough, and you can't, you know, don't be, but they need that love, and a boy needs that father's love. Like I said, I can't really speak on that, but you've been a son, you know.
I was once.
You are a son nut.
At one time.
And so if you look back, and if we were to ever have, you know, a son or whatever,
God willing,
you know, what would you change in those moments to get across to him? Or, you know,
I think my headlocks will be a little softer. I wouldn't hold so tight. You feel me?
that was a joke.
Message. No, but I mean, it's really just understanding your children and knowing what makes them click, and that'll help you with the whole discipline process, because then you'll know what to say and how to say it to get your children to react how you want them to, or how you need them to.
There was thank you. He caught it. I was like, because I just keep going back to, you know, me.
You don't want to control your kids.
Right.
You just want guidelines, boundaries.
Here's what, like a couple of years ago, I remember my sister-in-law praying, and I think it was Ava's birthday or Isabel's birthday, I don't know, but I had never heard the term that we're borrowing our children. They don't belong to us. And I just remember in that prayer, she was like, thank you for allowing us to like borrow her in the you know, because she doesn't belong to us. And for years it's just been with me, like, they don't belong to me.
They mine, but they ain't mine.
They're mine, but they're not mine. They have to go back. I'm just here to make sure that they go in the right direction. Man, isn't that crazy?
It's all about guidance.
So our parents were here to guide us.
Exactly.
Their parents were there to guide them. Mm-hmm. So we'd say the cycle, it was just they were guiding us the way they knew how.
They were guiding us the way they were guided.
The way they were guided, and then picked up, like, it might have been lesser than, you know, what they went through. And so now here we are today having a conversation saying, this is what we want to do.
Exactly.
Are we saying we're perfect? No, because there's going to be a moment where I might snatch them up, you know.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because they pissed me off or something like that. But in that moment, it also has to be a learning moment of, oh, keep your hands to yourself, because you don't want nobody to come snatch your butt up. And you know, so just having this conversation today is making me open my eyes more to disciplining, how we discipline, what we gonna do going into, you know, more disciplining. Because, you know, my discipline, I'm a fusser. God, dog, you wouldn't believe it. I
believe it. I believe it. And I'm gonna tell you like this.
What?
Discipline is gonna come whether you want it to or not. Either you can get it from your parents, or you can take your ass to jail and they'll discipline you there.
Yeah,
it's gonna come. It's inevitable. That's one of those things that just happens in life.
Because, like, those moments, as we're here and we're growing and we see, some of the things we might hold our parents to fault for, right? Because, like, yo, you should have known better. But
yeah,
anyhow.
How long you gonna keep blaming?
How long do we keep blaming, and how long do we, like, hold?
How long you gonna be a victim?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was making a point, and then I forgot the words that I had, but I was just like, we are. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm not even gonna.
How long you gonna be a victim? Huh. But yeah.
And discipline. Discipline.
You gotta discipline your kids. You got to. You have to guide them, or they will be led astray. And if you let society raise your children, you can't be mad if they treat you like a nigga in the streets. Huh. Discipline.
Did we say different children need different types of discipline?
Yes.
So, attempting to create structure after the fact.
All right. What we mean by that is this. It goes back to whether you discipline your children or somebody else does. It's going to happen. So you can either choose to let someone else do it, or you can guide your children on the right path to wherever you see them or wherever they want to go.
Oh, I have a question.
Proceed.
Should you seek help if you're
Absolutely. If you don't know what you're doing, go find somebody who do. Shout out to my homie Lakithia. We out here. If you don't know how to handle your children, it's some people out here who can help you.
Who can help you and help your children.
And help your children.
Can point you, because
it's all about understanding your children. Obviously, you don't understand them. So that's why you can't get through to them, because y'all have a misunderstanding. There's a miscommunication. Things ain't lining up. So we need to go out here. We need to find the help that we need to plug in with our kids.
Are things not lining up because of the way they were disciplined?
Maybe, perhaps.
You know what I'm saying? And then it goes back to, remember our conversation about environment.
Yes.
Like all of these things play into it. And I think it all determines what type of human being that you're going to be, that you're striving to be. Mm-hmm. And here's one thing for sure, that we're speaking on discipline, but it's never too late to learn or to make yourself better. Like I was saying, there's going to be moments where I'm going to be like, snatch, it's going to be a moment.
And I'm going to act like my daddy.
Okay. And in that moment, when it happens, is what I'm saying, when it happens, you have the ultimate goal decision to say, oop, I messed up. And then, did you know that you can apologize to children?
Whoa,
did you know that?
You being an adult, you can apologize to your children?
A kid. We expect children to apologize to other children, or if they hurt somebody else, you need to go apologize. But did you know that as a grown person and as your offspring, that you can apologize and say, I messed up. You could be like, I was upset and I was in the moment. They might not understand, but they understand that I am sorry. Now, with that, I'm sorry, you're not going to keep doing it over and over again and keep saying I'm sorry, because then that's abuse,
My bad.
Nah, that's like, no. But I'm saying, in that moment of when you're working on yourself and you saying, oh, okay, I need to do better with disciplining, I'm going to have a conversation. In that moment, you see red, because I think every parent has seen red. And there's moments when I've seen red and I just walk away. I don't even, because just walk away. So that's restraint as well, right? But y'all, there's other ways to discipline.
Multiple ways of doing this without thing. It ain't a one size fit all, and it ain't a cookie cutter type joint.
Right. It's finding what works for you
and your children.
How they're gonna communicate with you, because you don't want nobody in your life. If you get what I'm saying, you don't want other people in your life because of,
although there is help available, do you really want your business out there like that?
Help. You do want seek help, seek therapy. Therapy is a real big thing. Don't be in the shadows of, oh, I don't want to do this. No, be better, because when you be better, you're showing your children that they can be better, that they'll obtain, the discipline that needs to be had. Because right now, as a 30-year-old woman, I need to be disciplined in certain things, just and create.
Absolutely. Discipline never stops.
Right.
It's like learning.
It's like, if you want something in life, you just can't sit on your butt and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna get it one day. You need to set set what you want and set that goal and get it. But you have to be disciplined in it. I need to wake up at this time. I need to do this and this and this. And that's just like disciplining your child. I need to talk to them, like have a weekly talk with your child. See where they're at mentally. See what's happening with them in school. I can talk about the pandemic. Some children aren't seeing friends, aren't seeing people, haven't seen other people. So you looking, why my child ain't doing this? Talk to them, because the same way that you are struggling,
yes,
they're struggling, and
they don't know how to figure it out.
They don't know how to figure it out. And parents are, as I can ask my mama all day long, Mama, what do I do? What do I do? And you know what she gonna tell me? You have to figure that out, because you are not me. What I did, you can't do. I figured it out. And so that's just how I've been mothering for these past 7 years, figuring it out.
Rolling
trial
with the punches.
And error, because there's going to be a lot of trial and there's going to be a lot of error. But where do you want your child to be mentally when they are 18, years old? Do you want to be well, my mama did this and I didn't, we got to break that cycle.
Yes,
but discipline your children, talk to them. And what else you got for discipline?
Man, I think that's gonna be it for discipline. I think we touched pretty much every aspect of discipline. I think we made some valid points. What you think?
I think I made a whole lot of valid points.
She said, it ain't no we.
I made a lot of valid points.
Okay.
No, we both did make lots of valid points. I think we are on the same page when it comes to disciplining. I just, just don't be there.
Stop whooping your kids' asses.
But as I would say, tell Brandon, they're girls.
They're girls.
But y'all know what, that doesn't mean anything.
Not at all.
But they're girls.
Because they be hearing that and they play off of that as well. Because
even if I had a little boy,
he's a little boy. It's different when you hold it out like that.
It is.
Boy.
He's a little boy. You can't do that.
It's a little nigga right here.
Our neighbor. Hilarious. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah. So
man, once again, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us on another insightful episode of Is My Point Valid? Be sure to tune in next Monday where we'll come with a hot new topic.
Hot. Ooh, hot. I thought about the block is hot. The block is hot.
Yeah, it damn sure is. But stay tuned next week, Monday, live at 4:30. We're gonna be going live once again with a hot new topic. Thank you. We love y'all. Y'all continue to have a blessed day and have a blessed week.
See y'all next
time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.